We were just looking for the land of the Wicked Witch, but we seem to be lost.
You must be cracking up if you want to visit the Wicked Witch. You must be coming unglued. I would rather be put in a dishwasher than visit the Wicked Witch. She caused a friend of mine to have a complete breakdown. She threatened to put a spell on my friend, and my friend just went to pieces.
Oh, nevertheless, we have to find her. Can you tell us how to get there, please?
Obviously, you're not as soft as you look. Very well, I'll tell you. Go straight through Dresden, make left at Chinatown until you come to the Wedge Wood. Carry on through a break in the trees until you come to the Great Wall of China. On the other side of that, you will find the Wicked Witch's castle. Please, as you cross our country, don't give us a break. We're all very fragile, and I wouldn't want you to have a smashing trip. You must be very careful all the time. Most of us are, but here comes one who is not. It is my friend, the jester. She's always dancing and tumbling around and has to be mended in 100 pieces. See for yourselves.
is your one, Mom.
Thank you.
And this is your one, Mom.
Oh, thank you. We tell Sarah to take down one of these. All right. If you knew how you looked on that, my girl. That's twice the figure. Oh, this is good enough for me. Thank you. Goodbye. Sure. Will I see you at the Black Mass, huh? I think so, but I haven't anything to wear. It was charming, my dear. Julia, when you clear the things, you may walk the werewolf.
Very good, Mom.
Two chopped pig's hearts and a lizard's tail. Two bat's wings and a lion's tail. Oh well, we just have to wait a while for the lion's tail. And a few adder leaves for luck. There we are.
I want to go home.
I wonder where she is.
She must be around somewhere.
Don't look now, fellas, but there are three familiar characters right behind us.
Okay, don't do nothing silly, because we've been told to keep you here. Yeah, we're working for a real mean witch, and you're gonna meet her real soon. Oh, guys, here she comes. And so, my pretty, we meet again. Welcome to my humble abode. I wish it had been in better circumstances, but now I want the ruby slippers.
I will not give them to you.
Oh, I think you will. You see, I know that you can't see the wizard. I also know that the wizard wouldn't grant your requests until you had killed me.
Oh, no. We wouldn't do a thing like that.
Don't worry, Dorothy. These clothes don't frighten me none.
Yeah, well, that feeling sure frightens me. Maybe, but I'm still more scared of the witch.
Oh, don't give in, Dorothy. The witch can do what she likes to us, but don't give up the slippers.
Oh, I don't want you hurt on my account.
We'll see about that. Take the lion out and hang him up by his tail.
Oh, no, please don't do that.
Don't worry, Dorothy. I can look after these girls any time.
Oh, Dorothy, we'll work something out.
Oh, you think so, do you, you bad and strong? I can't think I'm no brain. Well, remember that, and you might just be lucky and end up as a mattress.
Okay, Tiger, let's move.
Oh, I've had enough. I'll handle these crows, Dorothy.
Say, guys, there's nothing in our contract about danger pay, and lives is definitely danger.
shame. She's almost disappeared. Yeah, drop her back in and she will disappear.
Is that the end of her?
I reckon so, Dorothy.
I know I shouldn't, but I feel sorry for her.
Oh, yes, Dorothy. I agree with you.
Oh, come on now. We can go back to Oz, and you can go back to Kansas, and Tim Ran there will get his heart, and the lion will get his courage.
And you can get your prey.
Hurrah! The Wicked Witch is dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Wish, oh, wish, the Wicked Witch. Ding dong, the Wicked Witch is dead. Wake up, sleepyhead, rub your eyes, get out of bed. Wake up, the Wicked Witch is dead. She's gone where the goblins go below, below, below your home. Let's open up and sing and ring the bells of ding dong, the merry o. Sing it high, sing it low. Let them know the Wicked Witch is dead.
Well, Dorothy, you've done it again. Now we are rid of all the wicked people in Oz. Seeing as you have done so much for us, I must help you get back to the Emerald City as soon as possible. Oh, could you? I'm sure I could. Now stand together, hold hands, and count back from 7, starting now.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0! Gee, that was fun!
Oh, hello, Gloria. Hello, all. Hello, Dorothy. I'm so glad you're back.
So are we.
Did you find the Wicked Witch?
Yes, and we reduced it to nothing.
Oh, how wonderful. Oh, how simply great. We just popped her into a big pot, and she simply disappeared. Hooray! The Wicked Witch is dead. Hooray!
He says you must go away and not bother him today.
Dorothy, I had a prayer I could construe this to be a brush-off, and I think we must do something about it.
Well, my axe could possibly break his door down.
No, that would only upset him more.
Now you listen here, Pally, and listen good. You tell that wizard to get out here. And listen to this. If he's nowadays sharpish, not only will I chew you out, but I'll bite him as well. Got it?
Yes, I'll go to him.
Well, while you're about it, you've got to tell him that we have the means here to break in.
I'll remind him.
I know you don't need courage, but I don't think you have to be that hard on Growly.
I don't know, Dorothy. Wizard's trying to put us off, and that worries me considerably.
What do you mean, Scarecrow?
Well, I'm just beginning to wonder if he's such an all-fire, hotshot wizard as people say he is.
You have a suspicious mind.
If you
haven't got a brain. You can't have a suspicious mind, now can you?
The wizard is most angry and upset, but he's prepared to see you now.
I'm just leaving.
And that's what you wanted of us.
And now we want you to perform.
Yes, a bit of action from you.
Before I can do anything for you, I must have proof that you are
That's strange. Sounds like the wizard's lost some of his steam. Something certainly has happened. Shall we go and see?
Sounds suspicious to me.
Oh, Lying, to be careful.
No, look what I found. Look what I found. Got him. Easy as pie.
I have an apology to make. You see, I'm not a wizard at all.
Not a wizard?
No, a fairground conjurer with a few sleight of hand tricks, yes. But a wizard, no.
Then how did you become so wonderful?
Ah! Well, you see, I used to have an act in a travelling fair. And to draw the crowds, I used to ascend in a balloon.
Oh, balloon? What's that? Oh, a balloon is a lighter-than-air flying machine.
Oh.
But that does not answer my question.
Yes, well, one day, as I was making my ascent in a fairground in Omaha.
Omaha? That's near to where I live.
Yes. Well, yes, the ropes got all tangled up, and before too long, I was unable to descend. But then the balloon made its descent and landed, and I was greeted by all the people of Oz as a great wizard, and I've been ruling them ever since.
But you're a fraud.
Yes, I suppose I am.
You're a humbug.
Yes, that's it.
And how's Dorothy going to get home?
Do you still have your balloon?
Yes, it was damaged in the descent, but I've had it repaired since then.
Well, you better get it out and take Dorothy back to Kansas.
I've already instructed Rowley to get it ready.
Oh, I'm so excited! Oh, but what about Scarecrow's brain, Tin Man's heart, and Lion's courage?
Oh, great wizard, your flying machine is ready for you.
Hooray. And my heart for my brain.
Let me see. Scarecrow, where I come from, we have schools and universities where people go to learn, and when they graduate, they're given a diploma. Because of the wisdom you have shown in helping Dorothy, I now present you with this diploma of wisdom with honors.
Look! Look what I've got!
Oh, that means we got brains!
But the person bringing the diploma hasn't.
I've got another one!
And Tin Man, when a person serves his fellows with love and devotion, he's given a testimonial. Because of the great giving of yourself during your trials and tribulations, I present you with this testimonial, and may it bring you many happy memories of all of us.
what you're rustling up again.
And now, Lion.
Yes!
When a person does what has to be done, with no regard to his bodily safety, to serve his fellows, he is given a medal. Step forward, Lion, and receive this medal of courage on the great difficult situation. You well deserve it.
I got a medal for courage. Isn't that great?
Oh, I always knew you had courage. You were so courageous in all our trials.
And now, ladies and gentlemen of Oz, I must take my leave of you.
Oh, no.
Please. I shall take Dorothy back to Kansas, and then I shall travel to visit my fellow wizards.
And when will you return?
Oh, that I cannot say. But while I'm gone, I shall leave somebody to rule in my stead.
And who is that, your great wizard?
Because of all his wisdom, and because of his brains, I choose Scarecrow to rule in my stead.
Thank you all. This is a great honor that you do me, and it's a great responsibility too. And all I can say is I will do my very best to keep up the standards that the great Oz has set. Hooray! I would like to ask Lion and Tin Man to rule with me.
I couldn't make any speeches. I'd be too frightened.
Oh, thank you. I am most honored.
And now, Dorothy, let's go. Come along, child.
Oh, I'm going to miss you, my three good friends.
Oh, gonna miss you too, Dorothy.
Oh, Lion. Oh, missed you.
But gee, she kissed me. Am I blushing? Oh, Dorothy, I'll remember you always.
Oh, Scarecrow. I'll really miss you. And you still remind me of somebody. Oh, don't cry. Watch over your heart. And I'll remember you always.
I wish you weren't going.
Come along now, child. Come on.
How do we know we'll land in Kansas?
Dorothy, I know you've learned many things in Oz, and yet you have not yet learned what you can do.
Well, I think I know. If you want something very much, then you must do all you can to make it come true. And it will happen.
Close your eyes, Dorothy. Think about Oz and think about Kansas. Let the magic happen, and your dream will come true.
It's just the first chance he's had to win.
Honestly, I am absolutely overcome with emotion at the moment, so what I have to say, I promise you will not be too long. Thank you. I spent the whole afternoon back at home while you were rehearsing the show, trying to write a speech for tonight to say thank you to everybody, because I have this nightmare that I'm going to forget people that are so very special, and then when the time comes, you forget to mention those people. And you know, I couldn't write it because it is all so much inside of me that I can never write it down here. Even my directions done in here. So therefore, I'm going to try and do my speech in much the same way. And I promise you I won't take up an awful lot of your party time. But there comes a time at the end of a successful show that people have to be remembered. Thanks. Very sincerely. I'm going to start with somebody who we all know very, very well, who gives us a lot of warmth and encouragement, and is always there with a happy smile, and is always helpful, and always there, and always when I need her, and that's Sherry. Now you all know Sherry, because Sherry is there with the wine and the beer and the... She's done the program as company relations, and company relations are incredibly important because, you know, she sort of soothes all the little feathers that I sometimes have to ruffle, and it is absolutely wonderful to have Sherry all the time. Okay, we have a tremendous amount of people in this program, and there's no way that I can go through every single solitary individual. You'll be here all night. And so I'm going to group it together. It's not in any order of importance, it's just how it comes out. Okay, talking of my backstage crew, when the critics came to see The Wizard, one of the things they remarked upon so strongly was the unity and the togetherness we had formed in this group together. And that has been proven because the backstage people that I've been fortunate enough to have put this together. When one says, you know, you're putting on a show, it's not me that puts on the show. I only have the spark of an idea. It's you that do it. It's just me that wants it to happen in the first place. And I had a tremendous backstage helping crew. And these people, like, I'm talking now of the backstage helpers of people, like Kay and Celia and my mother, and the mothers that came to help and give cheer and all these cool drinks and things that gave up at that time. Their people are important. Your dresses and people like that. And all the people that work up in those hot fly galleries that never ever get to actually see the show that they're helping with, that pull the ropes up and down night after boring night, and sometimes it must be very monotonous. I really do appreciate the help that these people give me. Like Keith and Bob and Clive and Alan Reed and Paddy and Bob Harmon. We used to go up there in the morning and clear out all the dumpies. But I mean... and we had Alex, who joined me in one of my shows a year or so ago. We used to get around in the kitchen, so I was just telling him to disappear and everything. But we sort of come to an understanding now. Alex, you have grown up. You're fantastic. And there's lots of people there, like Stephen Hussey, who came in with his family with me, a little like Bob, who said, look, my wife's in, my children are here, there's nobody at home to feed me, so I might as well be here with you. So I mean, you know, and he has come in as a total newcomer and proved to be the most wonderful, quiet, organized backstage. Really, all of the same with Beyond Stone. I mean, no, I could go on forever, but I am totally indebted to these people that helped so much, really. When we go on to the set, I had vision. You know, who said that originally? I had a vision. And you take this vision to certain people of talent, and they make it happen for you. I mean, I can't paint the flowers. I can't make the designs that I dream about. And these people, like Liz Onslow, who put the ideas there with this marvelous canvas backdrop for us, and Carrie and Penny, who spent hours and hours making all these beautiful flowers and bouquets on the front. It's those people that can transpose what my idea is into something realistic. And it's wonderful because you work on a parallel force with them. It's just so wonderful to have people like that. I was blessed this time, really blessed. and I appreciate it. We had, yes. That helped my father as stage manager and helped him with all the sort of chores that were there, like Keith came along and painted the road, and the guys that gave up all those Sunday mornings and their Saturday afternoons. I mean, I could go on again. Nobody will ever believe what goes into this sort of thing. We had people who made special props and gave up of their time. Their children weren't involved, their families weren't involved, but they did it anyway. People like Dennis Loebscher and Pat, who made this beautiful cauldron, which has been talked about also in Somerset West. And Robert Scott, who made the magnificent crown and wand and things like this. You know, it's so strange, but when you actually see it in its final days, one's apt to watch the whole thing as a complete thing, and you forget the months and the weeks and the days and the hours that were spent to put the thing together. And it's that we said, that's what makes it. We had backstage at the beginning of the show when we started to do makeup, an incredibly organized lady who comes along and says labels all over everything, puts things in shoeboxes, and then disappears. And never comes in for the shows, and then comes back at the end saying, well, you don't need me, I don't know why I'm here at all. But you know, if she wasn't there in the beginning, nothing would ever run smoothly. Anybody, apart from myself, who is so totally dogmatic in having things right, the right place. You know, she's there till 1 o'clock in the morning putting the things in the right shoeboxes and sorting it all out, and trusting people with it, spending the money wisely, and I'm very, very much indebted to recommend this. Really. And including her helpers like Stephen Strong and Carrie, who helped so beautifully, and the mothers that came in to help, and Michelle, who isn't here tonight because I know she's gone away, but Elaine and Bob gave a hand, and all these people that have worked so hard on this. I mean, I have got a list of names here, but we don't have to go through this. No, I really do appreciate it. But Ray is quite a formidable lady, and she's very organized, and there's something like that here, truly. When you get down to a show like this, there's so many people involved in so many different aspects of it. We get to somewhere like the technicalities of it, like the sound, you know? Now, I've always worked, when I first started here, it was like 13 years ago, I used to sound up there, I never knew what I was doing particularly, and I sort of played around with the lights, and I learned the hard way. And now I'm getting older, and I watch the young people come up behind me, and I've worked a long time with the youth of the Playhouse. And I'm incredibly impressed. And I don't know, I wish I knew as much as they did now when I was their age. I really do. They're quite incredible. We have, Nicholas and I work quite well together, I think. I think, because we always have a slight altercation and the odd argument, you know, and it sort of carries on. But in the end, I get what I want, and it sort of happens, and it's absolutely fantastic, and Nicholas makes it come to life. He comes in here, he designs the lighting box, you push through the extra lighting bar, which is there, and it's up to me, Johnson, innovative ideas. The lighting designs are always great, and we never let them down. Going on to the people who manage it, once it's stepped aside and brought in underlings. Now, how is this going to happen? You know, we've got Debbie Donaldson and Craig Zander and Andrew Gallows up there, young people, and, you know, I have not anything to say but total praise for these three young people. They're sincere, they don't take any nonsense from anybody, they won't even let me in the lighting box. We accept maybe towards the end, you know, and they are incredible. Never ever have I worked with such a dedicated crew where you could rely upon them that they're not going to have a whole bunch of people up there, and I'm really very, very impressed, and I hope they work with me again, really. And going on, I mean, it's not in any particular order. I asked this Onslow to come in at the very beginning and help me with all sorts of ideas and schemes. which she did very, very well. And also when it came to doing the clothes. If we've got that can act like a crow, and that can show people how a crow moves and talks and walks and everything else, and we'll be able to get through to a group of teenagers who I know very closely and have worked with for many, many years, and sometimes you come to a certain impasse where you might not be able to break through because you know each other very well, particularly when one of them is your 13-year-old son who doesn't sort of take kindly to mom telling him how to be a crow. And I thought, right, we're going to get somebody else. So I get Liz, and within one afternoon, she has got those young people raising the rafters in Somerset House until I was actually possibly quite embarrassed. You know, I went there, I was under the tree because of these three teenagers going around going, and the headmaster was walking past me. But you know, she has totally perfected that, given them the seed, they've run with it, they've planted it, and they have become the most incredible people. And I'm not talking about the first, I'm talking about Liz. Liz's ability to put over the organization. Okay? One of the first things that ever comes to mind whenever I think of a show of this magnitude is what are we going to dress them all in? Because it's all very well to sort of think of the ideas, to think of the dreams and the schemes, but you've got to actually, you know, clothe these individuals. And I mean, it's all very well having, you know, the idea in one's mind, but it's finding somebody who will negotiate, coordinate, battle with people, encourage people, chase people, buy things. And when you actually come to doing this, you know, we've tried over the years all sorts of different systems, dressmakers or mothers or all sorts of different things. None of them ever worked very successfully until this year, when I have found a lady whose total dedication and total involvement has taken a great deal of strain off me, who has been totally able every day of the last 3 months to communicate with me and to carry out every wish and every suggestion without any complaint at all, and I'm Celia Jackson. And I just saw this lady and something went to that lady is an organizer. And without really asking, I sort of put her name down. I said, right, if you need any advice or help, contact me. So she was in, you know, she was an artist. And over the last couple of months, we have become firm friends. She phones me every morning at 8 o'clock and that's by an alarm clock. And she won't be phoning me anymore. And every morning without fail, we would have something to discuss. And it was carried out, she followed through, she contacted dressmakers, she found dressmakers, she followed up the parents who were a bit tardy, she chased up the contributions and finance, she followed through with the material shops. Everything was done with the most wonderful satisfaction, truly. And that does not undermine the people who helped with the costume making. Being as quick as I can. Anyway, I'm getting there. Once we have left Celia, we go on to sort of, we have key people in the show. They report to one person, and this person reports to somebody else, and then up goes the pyramid, you see? And you have these key people. Now, my key people have to be my costume coordinator, my property mistress, my production secretary, my music director, and my choreographer. Without those people, we cannot put a musical together. And I have been totally blessed in having the most professional and wonderful team around me this time. All women, but Miss Lee there, who have put this on the road as no other team. And I am totally indebted, and I put anything, all success of the Wizard of Oz, fairly and squarely on the shoulders of Celia Jackson, their Barbara, and Molly, Maud, my secretary, and Beverly. We always work well together. Bev and I have worked together before. I haven't had the opportunity to work with Barbara. I would always do it again. Any compliment. She is the most wonderful woman, Barbara. Barbara Isles will come out to me at any time of the day. We will discuss music. You have no idea, folks, that you don't just get a score from America and stick it on the piano and start playing. Oh no. You take a score and you split it up and you divide the songs and you rearrange and you write new pieces and you throw that out and you put this in, and it takes months. And it takes hours of studio work, and Barbara would do that for me. She would work out songs, and when I'd say to her, I want to put the ding-dong in here, she'd say, how many times do you want the ding-dong in? I said, I want it there as well. And she'd go back and write it in again, and it'd be arranged. And she'd say, Cindy, something with key. I said, I don't want that key, just want it in there. And they'd go, and she and Pete would sort the whole thing out. And then Barbara would come round to me in the mornings and say, you know, we're talking about this or that or the other, and I'd go off into my sort of dreams about what I want people to look like or what we're going to do tomorrow night. And she'd say, Liv, what are we talking about this morning? Like I'd go on to the course I have to be because my mind is all over. Barbara was a steady, calming, tremendous influence on my life in the last 2 months, and I've not done this without her at all, I promise. And then Beverly, late, who is my friend for many, many years, and we work well together because she never gets uptight. Never, ever, ever does she get uptight, not in my company. She takes all my left-footed people, and I've had many of them, and takes them and forms a unit. Where she's used to dancing with the most wonderful dancers that she's trained herself. I say to her, okay, Bev, take mine and do something. And she does. And she never complains. And if I say, you know, I feel it's a bit this or it's a bit that, or I don't want it quite that, okay, she'll do it fast. No one pressure, no one over me, no nothing. I know nothing. I'm totally committed. Really. Then we go back to Molly. Molly is also my friend. She's there for a hug, she's there for on the end of the telephone, she's there when things get a problem, she's there for everyone, but mostly she's been there for me. And she has typed numerous letters. She has done thousands of lists. She's rung up thousands of people. Her phone bill must be even more than mine. That's saying something because mine was 173 rand last month. And she had, I can tell John that. And she has always been there. There are multitudinous of jobs that have to be done as a production secretary, and nobody who has never done it or been involved ever experienced it. No, I fully appreciate that one. Next one. I've spoken about Celia, I've spoken about Bev, I've spoken about Barbara, I've spoken about Molly. I must now turn to Jill Galliard, who I asked to come in to do props. Now, you always have somebody in charge of props, and Jill is a very organized lady. She actually used to scare me when I first knew her, because I thought, you know, she was very sort of, you know, pencil and paper, and very organized. A little bit like Ray. I used to think, oh, you know, I don't have to have this. You know, she is very, very, very together. And she's putting the whole thing in for me. And with the help of my friends, Kevin Harrington and Bev Allen, who have totally supported me, I mean, you'll never know how much. I really, really, really take my hat off about this one to all three of you. Thank you. Folks, we mustn't forget our orchestra, who have put in so many hours. I'm sure George is not here, because George is never here. I mean, George, as Terry goes to donsh with the drums at the end of the show, George is putting his keys in ignition. So I only have to do because the difference he doesn't love us, it's just he has to go home. George is a wonderful man. In his absence, I appreciate it. Then we move to Terry, my friend Terry, who has always been with us in every production we've ever done, or I've ever done. And really, when Terry plays those drums, man, the whole show suddenly comes in. You must agree. And it was just impossible. I mean, nothing was the same at all. We kept saying, oh, please, Terry, come back. When Terry comes back, it'll all be all right. And don't just mean playing at rehearsals. I mean in rearranging and making music, in playing for us, coming to every single solitary rehearsal, in building the set with my father, a stage manager, of driving around the town for us, of picking up paint, of delivering this, of hammering nails. He has been here every day of his life for the past 3 months. And Peter Jenkins, you are an absolute angel. I'm getting there. He knows me too well. No, when we do a show together, I always say to myself, now, this time, I'm not going to have it all in the family. I'm going to spread the whole thing around so that the hassle of putting on a show, as well as the happiness, doesn't become all in the family. Because as you can imagine, you live, eat, breathe, dress, sleep, a show. And I thought, if I can get a stage manager this time who is not part of my family, then maybe I can go and have an argument somewhere else and not have to bring it around the dinner table. You see? But it doesn't work, because the only man in the world who can make it happen for me is my dad. Support you. Of course I'm lucky. I wouldn't do it otherwise. I mean, families come first. But having said that, it does create tension at home. It is a problem for us all. And my father is a steady influence on us all. He comes down here, he works solidly, he never complains, he never says no. In fact, he never says anything very much at all. He just gets on with everything. And I mean, you will never find anybody quite like that. And he organizes us all without us realizing we're being organized. And I don't honestly think he's ever got a bad word to say anything, except in somebody else's defense. Really. Now look, I'm not going to go through my whole past because there's too many of them. And each one, the various tiniest mention, the most important star on the stage, is precious to me. You really are. I mean, you're not just my cast. Some of you are my family. Most of you I've known for many, many years. And all of you I hope my very best friends. And otherwise it wouldn't work. So many of these young people that I've had the privilege of working with, and I mean a privilege because to reach my age, which is sort of middling, and to have that opportunity to work with youth is not something that you should take lightly. Something that I really appreciate every day. And these young people have, how can I put it? They bring to me, as I grow older, not too old, they bring to me what maybe I didn't have or couldn't have when I was young. And I enjoy working with them, and I love them dearly, and they respond beautifully all the time now. But I want to thank every single solitary musician all the way through for their most wonderful support and their wonderful happiness, their wonderful happy faces. I just think you're the greatest thing ever in the whole world. Very quickly, because I have got some special people, and I promise you you're going to have a big one. Because when you've got your mansions, okay, and then those people, some of them have never been on stage before, they'll be terribly excited. And then we get to the older children who mean a great deal to me, because I do know them very well. I know their families, I know what they've been through, and I know what it's like growing up, because I've also been there, you know. And they mean so much, and I'm impressed with the way that they're taking us on. I'm impressed with Darren and how he handles Daria. I'm impressed with Gloria, and I'm impressed with little Jack Eyre, how she managed that singing and how she persevered and how she gave me such a wonderful opportunity. I'm impressed with all my jitterbugs and the dancers and the wonderful joie de vivre that was permanently there amongst my cast of young people in the Emerald City. I really am, and I'm indebted to you for it. Particularly also to the ladies that Barbara cajoled or drew in to our mass, the 6 ladies who came and supported us and gave us their voice, and their attractiveness, and their bonhomie, and their wonderful support. And I really am very, very delighted to have had you with me. What a blessing to actually talk to you. Having said about Munchkins and the Aussians and the Jitterbugs and the ladies, we got through, because we all did lots of humorous parts, so we mustn't forget that those people have all been doing other things as well and learning their lines and coping extremely well, and how Darren and Timothy took on those 2 glorious trees. I mean, my new clothes. And when I read it in the script, I thought, well, now these are going to be a bit boring, just trees. Let's make them sort of gay, And I mean, 2 young boys, young men, to take on that without any sort of embarrassment and to do it so well is quite an achievement. I mean, not many of you big guys sitting out there that will take it so easy. And it was very beautifully done. Fantastic. Thank you. Special little word to my principal Munchkins, who used to meet me down at Stagecoach on a Friday evening, long, long ago. It seemed an awful long time ago now, didn't it? Because every single move that you did at young children, it takes weeks, It was all to learn. And they gave up their Friday afternoons, and Anton went in and had his appendix out and came back and carried on. And we got those 5 little people to absolute polished perfection, where the Cape Town critic said to me, we couldn't believe that those 5 little children were all still basically in primary school. I mean, we really did not expect it. They were beautiful. Those 5 children are beautiful. Okay, having said all that, we move on now to our sort of more principal roles. Now I must just go on them. We had 2 visiting witches to our witch who had minute roles. I mean, I felt even rather embarrassed at the audition saying, look, would you like to be a witch? It's got a few lines, But they took those lines, they built upon them, they made characters that were memorable and were wonderful, the audience loved, and they were very, very good. Tanya and Manji and Lydia, who joined in at the last minute and helped, was absolutely fantastic, and the audience loved all 3 of you very, very, very much. Dear, I've spoken about Liz, and I'm getting there as quick as I can because I must now mention our 3 crows. The 3 crows who came in, and every time I saw them, I said, uh-oh, we're going to get over the top, we're going to go over the top, they're going to get too big, they're going to get too loud, they're going to take up too much time. They did. But they were so fantastic that nobody could do anything about them at all. I mean, they just took the show every night, took the audience right here and held it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is acting. Really. Somebody not quite as maybe funny or enlightening to watch all the time, but somebody who brought a certain grace and beauty and young charm to the show. And I'm sure I defy any of you not to have fallen a little bit in love with her. Because she was so beautiful, and she had such a beautiful voice, and she did it just exactly how I wanted. And she was everything I ever dreamed that a fairy queen would be. And to Elizabeth Esther Hayes, I really congratulate you. Okay. Please help me if I've missed anybody very important. If I'm going through, I've gone through my Aussians, I've gone through my Jitterbugs, I've gone through my Munchkins, I've gone through my principals, I've gone through Linda, and I've now gone to my 2 witches in Sylvia, and now I'm going to go to my ugly witch. My ugly witch. Despite everything, I mean, I've known Enid for as long as I have been in the playhouse, and that's a long, long time. And Enid, and I don't think we've ever actually worked together on a show, and I've seen her in lots and lots of things, and when she came to the audition, she said to me afterwards, do you really want me? Can I do it? And I said, Enid, you can do this. You are great. And she said, yes, but I can. And she was so underconfident, And she said, but how can you, I didn't expect you to take it. I said, to choose me. And I said, I chose you because I can see what you can do. And Enid has taken direction tremendously well because she takes all the little full stops and commas and things that we mark in and say, go high here or low there or up there, and builds on it until her performance is something better than even I envisaged. And Enid, you have taken a great deal of the show along every night. The most talented. I was very privileged because when I chose to do Wizard of Oz, I was also at that time actually 3 months into the preparation for another musical. And then somebody said to me one day, why do you do the Wizard of Oz? I thought, gee, I've been trying to do the Wizard of Oz for 4 years. Every time I ask, the Americans say, you South Africans, no, you can't do it. Or if you want it, but you're going to have to pay for it. And eventually, we got this. And I have around me at the audition, not an awful lot of people. I was rather disappointed, actually, I remember, at the turnout of the audition of adults. But, do you know, it must have been fate, because something happened, and I got 3 people that could not have played those roles. I mean, nobody else in the whole of Summers West, or South Africa, or the world, could have played those particular roles how I envisaged it. We had a lion, and I've known Fred for very, very many who we actually sort of worked together when I was very new here and very nervous and very young, and I took very young parts here. And Fred helped me along, and now I'm helping him along, and I am privileged to do that. And Fred takes direction like an absolute dream, because he remembers everything he's saying is quick, and he doesn't try and do his own thing, and he's tremendous. I was very, very fortunate to have Fred. And then we had Bob, and Bob is just is an actor, and Bob is a talented man, and I was felt a little bit strange as a woman to take on 3 sort of very strong characters there, saying how are they going to react to a woman, because a woman has an advantage in that she can sort of say, please do this, and they're not going to sort of actually say to you, get lost, because they're going to have a certain gentleman's about them being men. But a woman director has to prove that she knows what she's talking about a lot more than a man director does. I think you'd agree that's quite true. I was blessed in having 3 men who were, I could not have chosen more dedication, more thoroughness, more total involvement in their part than I had from these 3 people. Fred, Bob Connell, and my husband. Because believe me, folks, when he acts for me, he's not my husband. He's Jester. And I mean, I will tell him just as much as I'll tell anybody else who's doing wrong. He'll tell me and what's wrong. And it is the most formidable. We're leading to the very last 3 little people. Well, the 3 is basically 2. Because I asked somebody to come in and take over a role very, very late. And I'm very indebted to the person because he came in. You all know what we're talking about because there he is, putting hairstyle up there. that we remain two very special little people, and we cannot forget them. Now, these special little people, I say this because I do have a very special interest here. Both these little girls, if I may call them little girls, have been students of mine for quite a few years, since they were tiny times. And I've watched their progress over the years in all sorts of things, from ballet, modern dancing, and acting in various shows of my own and other people's, and been immensely proud of the way they have gone. And what is also so amazing is how one child can develop at a certain age in certain aspects and have an acting ability, and then suddenly, a year later, the other one suddenly shoots. And it's tremendous. You know, if you know them like I know them, it gives you a very real feeling of time. I'm talking, as you know, about Samantha and Nat, who have both, in their own way, brought a total magic to the past story.
Without her, we couldn't have done it, and we really want to thank her. And I'd like to just yes? That's what it is. She's gone.
She's gone where the goblins go.
There is calm and quiet. Someone opens a blooming door. Finish.
Suddenly, virtuously arrives a cyclone, blowing the whole scene into the left wing. It was very lucky that the wind blew in that way. Just imagine if we had to clear everything in its right. And flattening the witch. Canvas was landing in the left wing and flattening the munchkins. Originally, I was going to get Barbara, George, and Peter to play the munchkins, but they weren't tall enough.
Harriet are amazing. Now I want to go back. Oh, Ancient Charles and Glitter is Fairy Queen.
I'm working on it. It's in here somewhere.
Where's
Don't worry about it.
Show him. No, I know why I want to go back to canvas. Just talk amongst yourselves. Why I want to go back to canvas.
Hey, can we come on? Am I AC or DC?
I'm not a witch at all. I'm a fairy.
In the wings there is a whole bunch of giggling munchkins. Come out! Come out! I can't find a costume. It used to be the bob machine, but now it's Sesame.
Can we come on, Jude? Are those Jude's feet under the house?
You worked out the Witch of the East. This is the Witch of the West.
Oh, well, that depends on who's playing Dotty. Some nights it was the Witch of the West who died, and I was the Witch of the East.
Yes, well, I must go before my batteries run down. I need these lights. I've got to ruin some blackouts later.
Obnoxious, over the top, raucous, and they frightened the children.
I've been asking for a brain on Gala night. I had a heart some other time and forgot to ask at all on several other occasions.
This is becoming a right circus. Why don't we write down all our requirements and Dotty can present them all?
Well, first, I'll have to get some curry.
No, I need the courage. Don't start that all again. Let's ask Tim back.
What's that going to do? All he says is a bottle of gear.
A bottle of gear? A bottle of gear? I know, a bottle of beer.
Where will we get one of them? With Bob Harmon and all those guys backstage, a full bottle's got no chance.
Beg your pardon?
Get off, Mom.
Oh no! The litter bugs have been here again.
Stage with shoes, nails, etc. For Glenwood.
Glitter! Oh yeah. Glitter! Where are you?
Don't panic, Dotty. Where's Dotty? Oh, there we are. They'll have some modern music at the party later.
Oh, good.
And so, on to Oz.
To Oz!
To Oz!
To Oz.
To